Hello, good evening and welcome, Mr. Quicko Gaming, Seb Likes Trains, Leolo and Typical Nathan. First in tonight, we are looking at Birmingham to Crewe by All Aboard Studios. What a phenomenal route this is. We're going to be kicking the stream off at 20:30 by the station clock on your screen. So that means you've got about 8.5 minutes.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
Tea leaf salad, good evening. Seb Likes Trains. Have another go, Seb. I think I've given you the permissions. You should be able to get into the Discord. Good evening everybody, hello and welcome to Birmingham to Crewe by All Aboard Studios Early Access live stream. We are going to be starting at 20:30 by your station clock. That means you've got 4 minutes to get your drinks and light refreshments ready.
Passengers are reminded that smoking is prohibited at all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes.
Evening. Hey. Hello everybody, good evening and welcome. How are you all doing tonight? Hopefully my microphone's working because I knocked it just as the video started and it turned itself off, but hopefully you're there and hopefully you can hear me. Who have we got in tonight? Seb Like Strange, Jonathan Holmes, Vince, Jazeel, hello, Pig and Bob, Lewis Gates, Sim Aviation, Typical Day from Melby Trains, East Midlands Railway Fan, Paul R, Rob Mason, Mark Murray and everybody else. 68 of you lovely people in so far tonight. Rightio. If this does happen to be the first video stream you've seen by me, then my name's Richard, aka Dabrowell. I'm a mainline freight train driver, former passenger train driver based in the southeast of England, and that over there is Mum Rail. Say hello. Hi. She's going to bring me a cup of tea in a minute, hopefully, probably, maybe. Before we jump in, and as always, I've pressed the wrong button. Before we jump in, and as always, all the views and opinions expressed within this video are solely my own, may not reflect those of any companies I may be employed by or associated with, and all of that good stuff. Furthermore, Audible Studios / Dovetail Games have given me the key for the route completely free of charge, but they do have no editorial control over the content. All views are my own. So, with that in mind, let's jump into the game. Press the button. We've got some new features going on. That's why the chat is showing on the right hand side there, because I've been doing some playing with streams to try and make it better. Let's get rid of that. Right, to the trains. Choose a route. West Coast Mainline, Birmingham to Crewe by Audible Studios. Typical day for this route releases tomorrow, I believe. East Midlands Railway Fan. Let's hope Richard does not get tea and biscuits. Well, hopefully not. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into timetable mode. I'm fortunate enough that I do have all the DLC, so I do get every single layer on this, which is really nice. But yeah, we're going to jump straight in, I think, to the 350 and do a Crewe down to Birmingham run to start. We'll probably have a go in the Voyager, maybe a 66. It's going to be a little bit of a longer stream tonight as we do have take a good look at this route. So 350 -2. It says new there. Let's go with that one. British Transport Police livery. We're going to do a Birmingham New Street to Crewe. I want to go the other way. So Crewe to London Euston. Drive the service from Stafford. No, I want to drive from Crewe. What have we got that comes from Crewe? Crewe to London Euston. Why is it saying the Crewe to London Euston service? Drive it from Stafford to Birmingham New Street. Surely we can start that at Crewe. Interesting. Liverpool Lime Street. There we go. 1817. Liverpool Lime Street to Birmingham New Street. 1 hour, 3-minute run. Perfect. Okay. 1817 is going to be a little bit dark, so we'll take it back to July. Get nice summertime, and we will keep the dynamic weather turned on and jump into driver mode. Okay, a few of you noticed that the title of the stream was spelt Crewe without an E, as in train crew. I done that on my video as well. I think autocorrect got the better of me, so I have fixed it. But yeah, I think autocorrect doesn't like Crewe with an E on the end. It keeps dropping the E, and it's caught me out twice now. But you guys are fantastic. So yeah. Northern Prince Productions, they all run via Stoke. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, they don't run via the West Mids, the Crewe to Euston services. Try the Liverpool to Brum ones. Jack, good evening. How are we doing? Leo Low, hello. Here we are, 352. Right, first things first, let's jump over and get our safety systems turned on. I've not spent much time in the 350, so this is going to be interesting. Where are we? Right. Vigilance in, DSD in, TPWS in, and then isolation switch over to normal. Fantastic. I think that's all we've got to do in terms of safety systems. I'm liking... Have you got game audio, guys? I think you probably have. So yeah, behind me I can hear people talking in the train. There's like lots of ambient noise. That's nice. I like that a lot. Let me know if you need the game audio up or down. Of course, we can do that as we go along. Northern Princess Productions. I was going to say hello to you, but I think I've already said hello to you. I have, because we spoke about the West Midlands service. It's been a long day. Ignore me. Come back tomorrow. We'll do it properly. Right, where are we? Headlight, marker light, daylight, GSMR radio on. Confirm deregister. No, I want to register. It's the usual kind of GSMR buggy type thing going on there. Lewis Gates, no TPWS Mark IV on the 350. It's very sad. Do they have for no, so the TPWS that's modelled isn't the Mark IV, so I wouldn't expect the voice. I don't know if they've got Mark IV on them in real life. Not massively familiar with the 350s. Mark Murray, turn it up, please. Give you some horn for level there, Mark, but let me know if you do want it turned up. Now we've had a bit of horn action. Okay, let's check our timetable. We are off to Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley, and Birmingham New Street. Right, locking the doors, and let's get going.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Stafford, Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley, and Birmingham New Street.
Hey, we've got on board announcements. Vince is now a member. Thank you very much, Vince.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
I'm loving the ambient passenger noises behind us. That's the first time I've experienced that in Train Sim World 6. I think that really does make...
See something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it?
Say it.
Sorted.
Oh, see it, say it, sorted. Look at that, 350. And of course we have got the British Transport Police one, so we've got the funny liveried coach as well. I shouldn't say funny livery. It's not funny livery. It's colourful. Okay, we've got 23 miles to Stafford. We are good for 80 miles an hour. Let's get some power in and let's get this thing moving. Great Western Photography, good evening. Mark, pronounce Coesley. Coesley? Coesley. Well, we'll listen to the auto announcer and see how the auto announcer says it. 60 through these points feels very fast. Londo Spark, hello my friend, how are you doing? How's the DLC looking? We've just started the stream, but I did make a preview video of this, and I have had access to this for a few days now. So normally when I do these streams, it's kind of the first time I'm playing it, but I have had the access to this for a little while now. And I just, you know, All Aboard Studios have absolutely knocked this out of the park, in my opinion. I think it is phenomenal. I'm normally quite critical of routes and stuff, you know, but something about this, the atmosphere, I honestly just think this route is phenomenal. I think they've done really, really well with it. Jazeel, did I just hear a ring chime? Yeah, you did. Lewis Gates, the 805 will be a good drive on this. Yeah, good shout. Northern Prince Productions, oh, so minor feedback, spent quite a bit of time in the cab of an 801. Auto announcers aren't audible in the cab. Yeah, Northern Princes, I think we've had that on a few of the trains where, generally speaking, the auto announcers are either really quiet in the cab or you can't hear them. But I think it's about finding that balance between making it realistic and making it kind of, you know, giving the people what they want, as it were. Yeah, looking pretty nice at my end. When does the 805 release? No idea, typical Nathan. Not too sure on that. Right, we are good for 100 miles an hour. Giving the people what they want, Northern Princess Productions. Absolutely. A train sim game with no bugs. Oh. Oh, controversial.
Emotional damage.
I think those sound effects probably need to go down a little bit. 91 still accelerating. Hey, reward earned, driven 3.5 miles. Nice, nice. Lewis Gates, I'm still crying out for a route that we can run in the 700 in AC mode. Oh yeah, absolutely. St Pancras to Bedford or Blackfriars to Bedford. Yeah, I'd be here for that. Londo Spark, please mind the gap between TSW and your expectations. This one does really well in the expectations department, in my opinion. It genuinely does. Okay, don't want brake, I want power. Brake comes in quite hard on the button there. As we pass another 350. Just going to ask you guys, what is the stream looking like? Is it looking like a slideshow or is it coming through okay? Because on my preview window it looks like a slideshow. Hopefully it's coming through okay because I fixed it and I don't want to go back to problems again. Game seems to stutter, says Vince. Yeah, the route, I think, is a little bit performance heavy. I've got everything all fine here. Okay, game looks a bit laggy at times, but it's mostly fine. A little stutter. Occasional hitching, but it's otherwise fine. Some stutters, not slideshow. Not slideshow, game is a... Okay, mixed opinions on kind of what's going on. That's interesting. I know there has been some issues with internet servers sort of worldwide today, so maybe it's something to do with that. Tiger Fire's very laggy. Typical Nathan a bit laggy. We'll push on and see what happens. I have changed one setting on the stream, so I might just go back in and undo the setting that I changed. Okay, 60 miles to Stafford, 96 miles an hour. We're doing well. It's stuttering a lot. Lots of game stutters. Yeah, gameplay doesn't look too bad on my screen. I think I know what I've done. I think I've... just hang about, guys. We will be back, I promise. Hopefully that has fixed it. I changed the... I changed the settings on the chat box on the stream, but I think that might have inadvertently broke it. Hey, Nujabu Mavusa, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, has become a member. Great to have you. Better, excellent. Right, hopefully... I must learn not to play with stream settings. It works, leave it alone. Oh dear, oh dear. Just the usual levels of stutteration. Trainboy, hello, how are we doing? Haven't seen you in for a little while, my friend. You don't... Okay, did you know that on 3 weeks of Strike Movies next week, Ross King did a Thunderbird theme for it? I did not know that. 86... Does the 350, I've got a funny feeling the 350, if you leave it wide open, it will not exceed 100 miles an hour. It's got like a speed limiter on it. One down and his boat, still the same. Ah, it's so irritating. Good evening from Derbyshire, Roy Michael Taylor. Najabu, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but hello. They go up to 110. Rightio. Okay, let's leave it wide open, Mark, and see what happens. Change the DNS settings on your AWS server. Yeah, it's not going to max out 100. It's got to be a server issue, right? Because the last couple of streams have been fine. They had a midlife update. It's a lot better now. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I guess there's no LLL today. Trainboy, there absolutely will be LLL today. We are doing that. We absolutely will be, my friend. How are we doing? 95, got 100. We're allowed. Good stuff. It usually stutters on the curves. Interesting. Typical Nathan, it was stuttering, come back and then it was fine. Yeah, I done a recording on this route yesterday and it was absolutely fine. There was no stuttering or anything. So yeah, rather disappointing that it's decided to start playing up a little bit now. Jackson's Trains and Bus Adventures. Can't wait for this route to come out tomorrow. I am absolutely with you. It's very good. I am really, really enjoying it. Radio 9.8 miles to Stafford. Shall we have our first round of Locomotive Livery Location? If you haven't seen this game before, guys, here's how it's going to work. You're going to hear a jingle.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
And I want you to post your numbers between 1 and 36 in the chat. I'm going to pick the third number that comes up on my screen, and you will absolutely soon get the hang of it. Mark, this route brings back memories of being a guard on it, so any in real life questions, feel free to ask. Oh, we're going to take advantage of that, Mark. Definitely. Okay, right, we are on the numbers. Seb likes trains. You're the third one on my screen, my friend, with number 17.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to give you box number 17. You've got 10 seconds to tell me the locomotive livery and location of what you see underneath. Here we go. Oh, interesting. That's a good one to start. What is it and where is it? Any idea? Matt J, I'll probably wait 6 months until Train Sim 8 comes out. I'd like to say it's a controversial opinion, but I don't think it is, Matt. Seb says no idea on the locomotive location livery. Train Boy, photo by me. Yeah, I've chucked one in today. Somewhere with overhead line equipment. Oh, okay. Weird camera thing going on there. Seb, can I have another go? Jack Cantilever overhead, not really a class of train, but oh well. Lewis Gates, I'd love to see York to Newcastle with the 801 and 220. Personally, with the Peterborough to Doncaster route extended to York. Yeah, I think the good thing about this now having Birmingham to Crewe, of course we've got the Manchester Airport commuter. Rumour has it that is going to end up being Manchester to Crewe. So effectively we've got Birmingham to Manchester. And, you know, I think Just Trains have announced that they're extending south down to Crewe. So obviously that's a different era, but yeah, we could potentially have Carlisle to Birmingham and Crewe to Manchester. So really, really good. We just need the bit in the middle. We just need Milton Keynes up to Birmingham now on the West Coast Mainline South. Right, 4.8 to Stafford. Brakes on the 350s, I believe, are pretty good, so I just need to bear that in mind as we come around to as we start to slow down for the station. I don't know if you can hear it on the stream, but I'm loving the kind of ambient passenger noises behind me. They really do make a difference. Jack, just did my AC training as I've gone into York Rock. Any AC on your patch? A little bit around Ashford International for the South Eastern high speed stuff, and we do sort of touch it on the West London lines, sort of just north of Shepherd's Bush up to Willesden. But yeah, not a great deal of. Actually, no, what am I talking about? I signed the Great Western Main Line down to Didcot. Yeah, that's all overheads as well. So yeah, I do touch it a little bit. But I'm not competent in AC traction, Jack. So all those kind of... I know AC from a PTS point of view, but all those kind of neutral section signs and all that is all alien to me. 2.8 to go. Mel B, would be awesome if we could smoothly transition between routes rather than have to wait for route hopping to load so we can do continuous runs. Yeah, I said that on my preview video, Mel. It'd be really great if we could actually do route hopping on an engine. I don't think you'd get rid of the loading screen because the sheer amount of data you have to load, but sort of being able to arrive at Birmingham on one route and then route hop to another without leaving the train, just sort of happens automatically in timetable mode, would be really, really good. That's something I'd like to see. The Jabu, the train kind of wobbles. Yeah, the suspension physics on it are really, really good. Paul Gray, how are we doing? Good evening. I've got the power off and I'm just coasting. Speed's coming down quite nicely. 1.8 miles to go. We're driving in an eco-friendly way. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Seb Lights Trains, everyone, get your numbers ready for the next round. We'll do one when we lead Stafford, Seb. Okay, 2 yellows. Last AWS was for a warning for a 60. We'll give it a little bit of break. Speed's coming down quite nicely there. Let's just coast a little bit more. Braking point for Stafford is next signal from 100. Wow, okay. Yeah, I haven't got any braking points or anything down for this at all. One yellow. Oh, we're going to get a nice onboard announcement saying we're arriving.
We are now approaching Stafford. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
See it, say it, sorted. Oh, sorry everybody. Okay, we are... Oh, graphical glitches. I've not seen that before. Proper graphical glitches there. Jack, yeah, most trains, the onboard announcements are some sort of GPS system. Red ahead. And I still haven't turned off those rainbow markers on the platform yet. I need to do that. And definitely coming in far too slow. And we'll try and put the stop car marker in the drop light. There we go.
This is Stafford. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway.
Where's the DRA? There we go.
New Street. The next stop will be Penkridge. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text them. Will be the 18.
I love the announcements. I really do love the announcements. James Chorley, good evening. How are you doing, my friend?
And platform 1.
Buggy announcements. 18. Yep, definitely got some buggy announcements going on there. That did miss a few beats. So it is worth pointing out I am playing this on a pre-release version. So I should imagine, or I'd like to hope that all these things are going to be ironed out before it goes to the general public tomorrow. Jack, brilliant route so far.
Will be the 18.
Buggy announcements.
Crewe calling at Stone. And Crewe. Platform 5.
Stafford's looking really nice. Home of Staffordshire University.
Crewe. Platform 1 for the 1843 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. Calling at London Euston only.
Yeah, really liking the look of Stafford. Don't think I've ever been to Stafford. I've been through on the train, but that's probably about it, really. Okay, we've got a couple of minutes before we depart, so I reckon we can press this button.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
If you have just joined us, we are playing Locomotive Livery Location. Post your numbers in the chat between 1 and 36. You will soon get the hang of the game. Okay, let's just sit here and wait for our departure time. Luke O'Reilly, been trying to get my head around the German safety systems today. My brain is fried. Oh, Luke, it's quite rewarding when you do, though. I'm halfway there with it. But yeah, it is a little bit challenging. Okie dokie, on the numbers. Northern Princess Productions, you were first in Tea Leaf Salad, you were second, and Pig and Bob, you're the third one, my friend, with number 21.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
So here's how it's going to work again. Going to give you 10 seconds to tell me the locomotive livery and location of what you see underneath. Oh, that's opened it up a bit. Any ideas? What is it? Where is it? I've said it a few times, but the people talking behind you is so good. That's such a good touch. Right, let's get it going. DRA off. Into forward.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Cosley and Birmingham New Street.
GJ Class 40 somewhere. Northern Princess Productions Class 40. Actually, Cole dealt it.
Familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Typical Nathan, Green Class 40. Noldnick 37. Damien Simulation, will you be doing a 323 service on this? Yeah, why not? Why not?
Right. Speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Jack says 37, Great Western Railway, Swindon. Great Western Services, Class 40, BR Green, Kidderminster. The clickety-click over the points makes me happy. As does the suspension physics as you go across the points. Really nice touch. It's those kind of little things that add a lot of realism for me in terms of the driving experience. One of the things I'm really enjoying about this route as well, the density of the foliage. There's a lot of kind of scrap lying around on the tracks. It just looks full. There just looks like there's a lot going on in terms of scenery. It's clearly had a lot of love and attention put into this. We do pay for it a little bit in performance. It's be interesting to see how it runs on console. So I am playing on PC. But yeah, definitely. Damien Simulation, the route looks fantastic. It really does. Okay, good for 110. 3.8 miles to Penkridge. We'll find out how it's pronounced when the auto announcer goes. Jackson's Trains and Bus Adventures. Imagine the Severn Valley Railway in Train Sim World 6. That would be cool to have. Of course, we got the West Somerset in terms of Prez, but yeah, some more Prez would be pretty cool. Good luck stopping at Penkridge. Should start braking about 1.2 miles out. Mark, what would you normally use in terms of brake percentage? Sort of between 30 and 60%? You got it right, Penkridge. Hey! Damien Simulation, Penkridge. Fantastic place to train spot. Trainboy, have I seen the leaf removal train called Control Alt Deleaf? I have. Very clever play on words, that one. Tiger Fire, Tails Gaming. Do I have a model railway? Hehe. Ask my wife, do I have a model railway? I can't hear you, got headphones on. I assume it was something sarcastic.
Just a little one.
Just a little one. I can show you my model railway. It's I'm going to take your advice, Mark, and start braking quite early at 50%. My model railway is work in progress at the moment. How's that looking? Yeah, I think we could have left that a bit later. DC87 can't wait to see the Class 730s in these games. Jackson's Trains and Bus Adventures 2025. I've been to Stafford in 2021 and saw a Colas Class 56. Nice. Tiger Hidden Animal we had a ride on in the Carlton. My garden's on a steep slope, so it would be more of a funicular. 50% on the percentage dial. Ah, got ya.
Penkridge, please mind the gap when leaving the train.
Ah, it's actually looking like a half-decent stop after all. And we'll do an outside pull away from this one as well. And we'll see if we can hear those station announcements going off. No stop car marker by the looks of it at this station. Don't know if that's how it should be or not. I always get a little bit suspicious when stations don't have stop car markers because sort of in my mind as a driver, every station should have a stop car mark.
This is Penkridge. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Wolverhampton. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Why can't I remove the reverser? Oh, you've got to be in max brake.
London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street, calling at Coasley and Birmingham New Street.
Nice.
Passengers intending to travel on this service, please join.
I'm definitely a fan of the
Birmingham New Street.
Let's get a nice vantage point for a nice flyby shot as it leaves. Lovely stuff. What Damien said. What did Damien say? Penkridge, Wolverhampton, Coasley, Tipton, Dudleyport, Sandwell and Dudley, Smethwick, Galton.
Speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
Come on, stuttery. If the stream is stuttering, it's a stream issue, not a game issue. I've got slight stutter, but not as bad as the stream stuttering. This Jackson's Trains and Bus Adventures 2025 says this route would be good if they added the branch from Stafford to Stoke-on-Trent, so we can have both branches to Crewe, and we can go by Longport where the Class 69s were built. Ah, no, 69s. That's no. We don't do 69s. Mark Murray, not going to buy tomorrow. I want to see how it runs on PS5 Pro. No, fair comment, Mark. Fair comment. Lewis Gates, the Class 69s are the greatest, most reliable locomotive in the history of our railway. No! That's all I've got to say to that. Jack, the person who invented See It, Say It, Sorted is surely a retired millionaire now.
If you see something that doesn't look right, report it to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
Paul Lar, what's the actual issue with the Class 69? They're okay, Paul. They're I joke about it, but they're capable locos. It's just not a 56. But in all fairness, Paul, they're capable locos, and it's a little bit banterish now, if I'm being honest. I will also put this on the screen at this point. Read between the lines. Right, we are good for 110. Let's see if we can get it up there before Wolverhampton. We should do. We've got 6 and a bit miles to go. Right, let's press a button.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Damien simulation. The 69s are just as good as me getting a horse and cart, putting a jet engine on it and calling it a modern loco. Your words, Damien, not mine. Paul, our Class 59 is a Class 66 engine on a 56 traction gear. Yeah, you mean 69, Paul, yeah. It's a 56 with a 66 engine in it, but basically a lot of the external components, brake rig and traction motors are all the same. Okie dokie, what are we doing on the numbers? First one today was Tea Leaf Salad, Mel B, Trains had second, Jackson's Train and Bus Adventures. You're the third one, my friend, with number 6.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Let's give you number 6, 10 seconds for that Locomotive Livery Location if you can. Well, it was a cloudy day, I can tell you that much. But what is it and where is it? Any ideas? David Thwellis. I think I'm saying your name right there, my friend. Hi, Richard. Hope you're well. I'm a retired driver from the 90s. Used to drive the Class 411 from Brighton to Portsmouth. Oh, excellent, David. The closest I sort of come to heritage stock is Class 73s. Which are lovely machines to drive. I get to drive those semi-regularly out on the main line, so yeah. Don't sign Brighton to Portsmouth though. I signed down to Brighton, I signed the East Coast, but not the West Coast way. Radio 60 warning. Let's get a little bit of brake in for that. Not too much, otherwise they'll be wearing their coffees. Ashley Curls looks like a Class 20. Londo Spark, has there been a good release, 66 release for Train Sim World? Yeah, I know they have had about 12017 goes at it. The best 66 in my opinion at the moment, Stepped Banner, taking the route to the right. The best 66 in my opinion is actually the Armstrong Powerhouse one for Train Sim Classic. And even then, I think it needs a lot of work. We still do not have a decent 66 in Train Sim Classic or Train Sim World. But the Train Sim Classic AP one is the best of a bad bunch, which was the name of our last Train Sim Classic stream. Tiger Fire Tails Gaming. So can't wait to buy this. Looks awesome. Excellent. 60 over the junction. And we're staying 60 by the looks of it, 1.4 miles to Wolverhampton. Notice at the moment in the HUD it's not giving me any arrival times or anything. Like I say, this is a pre-release version, so there are a few little bugs which I'm hoping are going to get ironed out in the full release version. So I've had access to this from Friday, I think it was, and there hasn't been any updates to it since Friday, so I'm sure they're still working on it in the background. But it's a really, really solid route, so I'd like to think that all these kind of niggly little bugs are going to get fixed. Damien, I'm still waiting for a decent 68 or a 70. Yeah, we've got the 90 was announced, wasn't it? 2 yellows, which is genuinely very good. I'm pleased that we're going to get some sort of other freight loco. I mean, that'll be pretty cool on this route and the West Coast Mainline South. But yeah, some sort of, you know, diesel freight loco, modern diesel freight loco, as you say, 68 or 70 would be pretty awesome. Okay, last one was 2 yellows. We've got a 15 coming up. just slowing down quite nicely there. Damien says apparently that's a post-release patch according to the Dovetail Games stream to do with arrival times. Arrival times will be a day release patch.
Wolverhampton, please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
1 yellow, red ahead. Yeah, will be a day release patch according to the Dovetail Games stream. Good to know. And I said we had a 15 and I still managed to exceed it. Damien, I reckon a 68 on Chiltern set in the time of the Mark III's and I'd be a very happy bunny. Oh, Damien, you and me both. Well, we got New Street in the game. We could have Snow Hill in the game. Snow Hill to Marylebone. Or do Stourbridge to Marylebone with the Perry People Mover as well as an added extra. That would be pretty cool. We could do a 24-hour live stream. 24 hours on the Perry People Mover. Glutton for punishment. Lewis Gates number 4 in the Sari, absolutely. Sari being standard alphanumeric route indicator. Used to call them theatre boxes, but they're now called Saris. BMW M3 Touring, how are you doing, my friend? Good to have you here. DC87, I have not seen the Mark V sets on Chiltern. I saw them in Transpennine, but I've not seen them on Chiltern. And there's our forecast stop marker on the left up there. Wolverhampton really nicely modelled in this. The viaduct as we come out of Wolverhampton towards Birmingham is brilliant, and the kind of wasteland down to our side. Interestingly, it just went very quiet.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Cosley. Whilst at the station, if you see something that...
Any platform.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 1914 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly, calling at Wolverhampton, Stafford, Stoke-on-Trent, Macclesfield,
How can it?
Stockport, and Manchester.
How can it call at Wolverhampton? We're already at Wolverhampton.
1914 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
We sort of just jump around and have a little look, because we've got a couple of minutes before we leave. Like skips there, car park, scrap rails, point motors, all the rodding on the points, troughing. I just generally think that it's a really, really nice route. The
Smethwick Galton Bridge.
I think the announcements and that do need a little bit of work. I think there's definitely a few
Platform
faults
3
in them.
for the 19 London North Western Railway service to...
Yeah, looking good, looking good. The old Wolverhampton low-level station is modelled. Where would that be? I've got no idea. I've got no idea about railway geography in this area, Tiger Hidden Adam, so... If we have a look on the map, though, there is quite a lot modelled sort of outside of the core route. So we sort of head up towards... back up towards Crewe. So yeah, obviously we got Basford Hall Yard modelled, which is quite nice. You got the route to Gresty Lane as well. Has been modelled on there. And if we sort of head back down towards Birmingham, you have got... It actually goes beyond New Street. So there we are at Wolverhampton. You have got the depot up here. So that is Oxley. So there's definitely potential for freight on here. Wolverhampton Street Terminal. If we go back down towards New Street, you'll see that they have modelled. You've got Soho Depot there.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. We'll be calling at Cosley and Birmingham New Street.
Birmingham New Street there. And then it actually extends beyond Birmingham New Street to Duddeston
displayed throughout the train.
and Aston. So It doesn't end at Birmingham New Street. You've got Duddington and Aston on there. We'll go and have a little explore of this area in free roam, because I kind of want to see what they've done with the junctions out the other side.
Speak to staff or text the British Transport Police
And then
on
5 ways.
61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
Yes, you've got kind of some of the cross-city stuff on here as well. Okay, forward, DRA off, lock the doors. Let's get it going. Lewis Gates, are we going to do a Crewe to Basford Hall 66 run? Probably not today, Lewis, but we can do that at some point. Tiger, you were flying over it on the left. Oh, the low-level station. Got an S. $15 as we go out, and I think we go round to the right here as well. Great Western Photography, New Street, the I can't say that word. So we've got 138 of you lovely people watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing. That would be absolutely brilliant. Really, really does help myself and the channel out as well. BMW, yeah, I'm good, thank you, my friend. Not too bad, not too bad. DC87, be careful on the approach to Cosley. It has quite a short platform. Okay, good to know. S is for Stow Valley, for those wondering. The other option is H for Heath Town. I mean, look at that. Just captures the atmosphere brilliantly. Graffiti on the bridge, the brickwork, the kind of people walking around underneath there on the canal footpath. It just seems to have a lot of life to it, and I don't know, this. I'm genuinely very impressed with it. I've kind of given you my thoughts on it as we've gone along. It'll be interesting to hear yours in the comment section. So yeah, let me know. Are you planning on getting this? Is it a route you like the look of? What are your thoughts on it? What would you like to see added to it? Got any train driving to do soon? Yeah, BMW M3 Touring. My next booked drive will be on Saturday afternoon. Free Whiskey 90, if anybody's about. Right, 75 miles an hour. Max speed 110, train boy. SJA, gotta say this is a tasty route. I like the detail clutter, and it feels more gritty and real than a lot of previous routes. 170 coming the other way. Absolutely, SJ. Lord Digby, looking great. Buying tomorrow. Ashley Coles, I hope Dovetail Games add a class 67 on the Southeastern high speed. Oh, 67 with like the Vosey Pullmans would be pretty cool, Ashley. Lee Grant, yep, for Christmas. Thomas Cooper, kind of like New Street, although Moore Street is certainly the superior station. Jackson's Trains and Bus Adventure 2025. I've been to New Street and it is an interesting station, but it smells of diesel and has leaks on platform 11 to 12 at the end, and it is disgusting. I've been to New Street a couple of times. I can't say I've spent a great deal of time there. I'm normally kind of in the station and out as quickly as possible. King E.T., I can already tell from tomorrow this will be my new favourite route. I think with this and the Riviera line, we've definitely been spoilt over the last couple of weeks. Definitely. Okay, not too far to Cosley now. Shut off the power, start coasting. I've been told to be careful because it does have a short platform, so let's get the brake in nice and early. Although the brake on this 350 does feel really, really powerful. Although I'm wondering, because when I go into minimum brake,
We are now approaching
I'm showing a
Coastal.
50%
Please mind
reduction.
the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Mark Murray, yes, the route looks amazing. Loads of added detail adds to the immersion, but as I said, I just wait and see how it runs on console. I don't know if Tintin or the British Ace or Megasim or any of the other streamers have been streaming it from console. Might be worth, after you've watched me, of course, might be worth checking out their streams, sort of see how it's been running for them. I know Tintin was streaming earlier and it was looking pretty good.
This is Coastal. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be Birmingham New Street. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
See it, say it, sorted. Northern Princess Productions. The 350 brakes are interesting, to be fair. The non-driving coaches aren't motorised, so are only air braked. We've managed to run late as well now, which is a typical Dad Rail stream, running late. We wouldn't expect anything else. Right, full power. That was not a good time to go into free roam mode. Oh, we should have stayed in flyby. We would have had the Voyager. In my opinion, the brakes are way too strong. Yeah.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted.
See it, say it, sorted. Yeah, it's kind of like if I go into minimum brake, my brake percentage needle is instantly dropping to 50%. 40%. I don't know if that's normal or not. I don't know if that's normal. Shock horror, we are behind. Mark Davey, Clarkson driving style. Power. Drive it like you stole it, as we say. Mark, no, we're talking about how it performs on console. No, the ones I've seen so far just seem to be PC. BA said was not given, British A said was not given a key for PlayStation, as Joe said he normally runs it on PS5 Pro. There we go. Typical Nathan, how long is the route? It's 50-something miles, I want to say, Typical Nathan, without looking it up. It's about an hour's run on the faster services. And I believe it's 11 stations. Londo Spark, grip it and rip it, I like that. Great Western Photography, why are cross country running? I thought they were meant to be on strike. Tiger Hidden Adam, drop everyone off at Sandwell and take the train to Soho to get the brakes checked. I know all aboard have changed the brakes on this, is Great Western Photography. And Jackson's Trains and Bus Adventures has answered the question. It is 53 miles, Nathan. Okay, let's put our foot down. We are good for 75. Let's get it going. 7.2 miles to Birmingham New Street, which is our next and final station stop. So, let's do it.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Let's get some numbers in for Locomotive Livery Location. Northern Princess Productions, CWC Hunslet at Soho. Rightio, what are we doing on the numbers? They're coming in thick and fast. Mr. Quicko, you were the first one. BMW M3 Touring, you were the second. Mark Davey, you're the third one, my friend, with number 5.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Give me your number 5 for that locomotive livery and location, please. So the good thing about doing that was nobody saw that I was exceeding the 60. Damien Simulations, yeah, we are going to do another run, Damien. We'll probably do a Voyager run, or we might do a 323 run. Jazil, am I getting 4th constantly? Where did you have there, Jazil? No, you were 6th that time, my friend. So yeah, you were way down. Thomas Cooper says 40105 at Kidderminster Town. Andrew C, I think a class 730 for the Stour Valley section of this route and the Cross City line would be nice. Yeah, we might. Do you know what I'm... Excuse me. I am half tempted. I am half tempted to take the 86 or the 87 out for a spin. Right, we're good for 75. Let's get some power in. Great Western Photography's gone 40 BR green at Kidderminster. Mel B, in real life, is there a slight allowance for speeding like there is on the roads? Yeah, you want to kind of... I say allowance is the wrong word. If the line speed's 75 and you're going along at 77, 78, that's not good. If you've snuck over and then you've put the brakes on because you've just gone a little bit too fast, not really the end of the world. But yeah, if you're significantly over and you're not reacting to it, that's definitely not good. But are you really realistically going to get in trouble for going 1 or 2 miles an hour over the limit? Not really. You know, as long as you're correcting it. Tiger Hernandez says 40 at Bewdley. We need a Land Rover with a train of caravans. Oh, I'm here for that. What's all the Clarkson references today? Paul R, AC Electrics, let's go. Yes. Train Boy, I think it's... SVR Kidderminster Locomotive is a class 40 in BR green. Seems to have a bit of a consensus on that at the moment. This is why we're losing time. Someone said because I don't have route knowledge, which is completely true. Don't know my braking points, don't know my line speeds, and I am I'm taking it easy. Should be doing 65 here. Typical Nathan, are drivers allowed to speed cruise control? Some trains are fitted with it, Nathan, some trains are not. I think the Pendolinos, they're fitted with it in-game. Yeah, so, like I say, some trains have it, some trains don't. Gingy Steam, I got a mod program that allows TSW to be seen in VR, and it's very immersive. Ooh, interesting. Londo Spark, in real life, are you expected to get up to the limit or are you expected to drive a little under? How tight are the timings? Londo Spark, you're expected to drive the train to the conditions, but endeavouring to maintain the timetable, but always with safety first. So if you're running on yellow signals, for example, you're not going to go speeding around. You know, you're going to hold back if you know you're following another train. You quite often get to know the timetable, like, you know, if it's 100 mile an hour speed limit and you know that in 4 signal sections you're going to catch up a stopping service, you'll go a bit slower. You'll just back off a little bit. So yeah, it's you don't have to drive tight to the speed limit everywhere you go, but you are expected to drive in a way where you're going to maintain the timetable, but safety first. So you know, if it's 65, you're on greens and you're dawdling at 60, 62, 63, not an issue. If it's 60, you're on greens and you're doing 20, that's, you know, not great. So yeah, driver does have a bit of discretion with that. Lewis Gates, remember to never run to reds. We walk. Absolutely, Lewis. Red signals a brick wall and we wouldn't run towards a brick wall. I mean, the best thing to do really is to, if you see yellow, slow right down. Because if you can't see a red, you can't pass a red. Right, we've got a 40 coming up. We are going to start dropping down into New Street. Let's see what the performance does as we do. I've got a funny feeling it is going to absolutely tank. Damien's simulation. It's a bit like driving a bus too. Safety timings first whilst trying to keep to the timetable. Trying to keep to the schedule. Melby trains. A route training mode would be cool. We have loco training games, so why not route training? Yeah, that's a pretty good shout. I have done for some other routes. I've kind of done route learning videos. It's something I could look at doing again. So speed's going down to 40 as we enter unknown tunnel name and head down towards Birmingham. Weird lighting thing going on there as well. Or is that a train coming the other way lighting the tunnel up? I think it's just weird lighting thing going on in tunnel. Blind Gaming, hello, how are we doing? Tiger Hidden Enemies, train seem well tighter than real life in terms of buffer time. I don't really know, Tiger Adam, if I'm being completely honest.
Birmingham New Street. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Pendolino coming the other way. Stow North Tunnel, says Mark. Thank you very much, Mark. Luke O'Reilly, are you allowed to speed up as soon as you pass a sign, or do you have to wait for 2 to 3 cars to pass it? So if it's a speed limit increase, you've got to wait for your entire train to pass the sign before the line speed increases. The exception is if the speed limit has an A board on it. So you've got a speed limit and underneath it have an A, which means you can accelerate as soon as the front of the train has passed it. And now we enter a very busy Birmingham New Street. If you consider when Cross City South come out, or Cross City come out, we had 323s and that was it. And you come into New Street and it was empty. And if you look at now what we've got in game now in terms of AI traffic for New Street, it's pretty immense. Typical Nathan, GSMR in Train Sim World is buggy. I did turn it on. See, it just comes up confirmed deregister, no GSMR GB. It's really, really buggy. It just doesn't stay on. There you go, 1 Lima. It's something that definitely needs to be looked at. Ginty Steam, what's your opinion on the lighting in Train Sim World? Hit and miss, Ginty. I think sometimes it's a little bit washed out. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I didn't know that Northern Princess Productions. London Underground, a speedball with a black surround. You can go for it when the nose passes. Lewis Gates, could you explain the handover procedure to another driver here? Yeah, certainly can, Lewis. So if this train was going forward, we'd be basically securing the train, so putting it in neutral, setting the DRA, opening the doors. Depends on the type of traction, but normally if another driver's getting on, you're just going to pass information on about any faults on the train, any late running, any safety critical information that the signaler's given you. You're normally going to swap master keys, so the key that's on here, we'll leave it on here, because if we take this key off, we're effectively going to shut the train down. So we'll normally leave this key on, and the driver who's getting on will give me their key, so you swap keys. But yeah.
Birmingham New Street. Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street. The next stop will be, whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't
announcements.
look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
See it, say it, sorted. Yeah, the announcements are doing weird and wonderful things there. Yeah, definitely need some work on that. Nice and busy on the train. I love the chitter chatter as we walk through that. I've said it a few times, but that adds so much in terms of atmosphere, in my opinion. Radio, platinum medal. We're absolutely going to take that. Right, we're going to return to free roam mode. What I want to do is just kind of go and see how far out we can do and exactly what's modelled. So return to free roam with no restrictions. We'll get back in the seat because it's easier to do it in the 8 cam. But let's sort of fly out to the other side of the station and go and see exactly what we've got modelled. Okay, so not a great deal. Now, of course, this section is modelled in... someone remind me. Cross City Line. But yeah, I sort of saw that we had the other stations featured in game. I thought we might have a bit of scenery out here. But yeah, I guess it's just kind of for the portals for the trains to spawn in the AI traffic. Do drivers carry different master keys for different traction in their work bag? Good question, Mark. Most traction uses a standard EP driver's key. However, there are exceptions. Certain tractions do require different keys. Let's go and have a look at the other side of Birmingham as well. This is a fast travel for sure. Birmingham New Street just looks completely and utterly dead, though. There should definitely be... weird and wonderful sound things going on. Should definitely be more people at New Street. It does look completely and utterly empty. So this takes us round to 5 ways, I want to say. So this looks like it's been modelled quite a way out. We've still got buildings going on here. Is 5-way station modelled? No, so the station's not modelled, but of course that is in Cross City. Yeah, interesting. Nunny, have you had an instance with a driver where one of you had forgot to hand over a master key? It does happen occasionally. Normally drivers have got spares though, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, Birmingham New Street just needs more passengers. I mean, it's a really busy station. It's got more trains than people. I think the AI traffic here now is brilliant. And if we just sort of take a look around and sort of appreciation, point locking devices, drainage, bags of ballast. You know, we've got the yellow waffle board. We call this waffle boards. Thrashing. Absolutely thrashing the 170. Yeah, you got the waffle board, you got the catch points there as well to derail spadded trains. It's just generally, in my opinion, wet platforms. Yeah, just generally really well done. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm impressed. Rightio, okay, let's return back to the main menu and have another little run. A couple of people said Voyager. We can do something in the Voyager. I'd quite like to take the 86 out for a spin, though, if I'm being honest. Although I'm tempted to say we'll save that for another stream, but yeah, let's have a look and see what our options are. Can you do free roam? Yeah, Jackson's trains and buses, you've got free roam mode there as well. For Northern Princess Productions, it's not one of those stations where they only let punters down to the platform when it's... Is it not one of those stations? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. To be fair, most passengers hang out above platform level, so there isn't many people scattered. Oh, that makes perfect sense then. That 170 is working rather hard. It's absolutely thrashing. Absolutely thrashing. Blind Gaming 390. I done the 390 in my preview video, so I'm sort of inclined not to do the 390 again. We'll have a look and see what the 323 services are, because a few people were asking after that. So we got some early morning Soho to Birmingham New Street. They all look like empty stock moves, if I'm being honest. We got a 2 Whiskey 02 Birmingham New Street to Wolverhampton, an early morning one. Wolverhampton to Four Oaks. We can take that as far as Birmingham New Street. So that's probably the return working from that, isn't it? Walsall to Wolverhampton. So yeah, we got a couple of 323 services we can do there. Walsall to Wolverhampton. Let's jump on that one. 1837. Let's put it back to the summer. I tell you what, we'll make it light clouds and let the dynamic weather do its thing. But yeah, let's take the 323 for a spin. We'll do it in driver mode as well. Geordie 90210. The points modelled are RCPL's rail point clamp lock. There we go. Mark 2 Whiskey 30 is the trip I signed off on 323s. Hey, excellent, Mark. Has fond memories for you, that one. Lee Grunt, my uncle used to be a train guard on LTS/C2C. Hello, Voyager. It's a face-off. Okay, RA and red signal. Oh, okay, the RA's gone off now. I think that just might have been where the game was kind of just loading things. I do hope that train's going into the platform. Thank goodness for that. Radio. Safety systems on, first things first. That's all we need, isn't it? ATPS we can't touch. And TPWS into normal. Key on. Door on the right. DRA is set. That is correct. Headlights are already set for us. Doesn't look like we've got any announcements on the 323. Can't hear anything at the moment. We might have something when we get to departure time. Okay, in terms of stations, Smethick, Rolfe Street, Smethick, Galton Bridge, Sandwell and Dudley, Dudley Port 2, Tipton, Cosley and Wolverhampton. So I think it's all stations up to Wolverhampton, this one. Nunny, I remember an London North Western Railway service driver telling me that they required a dedicated T key for the Class 319 because their cab doors had quite unstable airlocks to avoid crushing knuckles. Oh, wow. Lewis Gates, when you come around to do the 220, you could look at doing one of the cross-country services that calls at Crewe. No announcements on the 323. That's a shame. Blind Gaming. Yeah, is the 323 still about? I think they're possibly still about. Yeah, not 100% sure if I'm being honest. Damien Cosley. Okay, I'm going to say it wrong again. You know that, but right. DRA's off. Doors locked. We got a green. We got an S. Into forward and off we go. Got an RA as well. So the RA is right away. It's our authority to depart. Mark Davey, I think the announcements only work on the new trains. Class 166 doesn't have an onboard announcements. But you say that, Mark, but the 323 does have onboard announcements on the Manchester Airport commuter services. This cab seems very bright. Hopefully that's because the sun's shining in it, and when we go into the tunnel it's going to darken down a bit. Either that or there's a really, really bad lighting bug. Cab lights are off. This is okay. I think it's just the way the sun's shining into the train. Yeah, it looks like it. Londo Spark, I rode a Northern 323 reasonably recently. I like the simplicity of them and I can often get a carriage nearly to myself. Not a popular service then. Londo Spark, the Mac announcements don't use the Dovetail Games announcement service, so they did something custom for that. Ah, fair enough. Rightio, we are good for 50. Let's get this thing going. 2.9 miles to Smethwick Roll Street, which is our first station. So in the meantime, let's press the button and play.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
We are giving this a good go. over 65, we've only got 3 on. Haven't come across any temporary speed restrictions in this as well, so I don't know if they are actually on the route, or it might just be that the that I haven't come across any yet. Lewis Gates, what does that black diamond with a white X mean on that signal? It means that the signal post telephone is only to be used in an emergency. We don't really use signal post telephones anymore because we've got GSMR radios. But yeah, if you were stopped at that signal, you could only get out and use the signal post telephone in an absolute emergency. Okay, we got 1.8 miles to Smethwick Roll Street. Melby Trains, you were first. Josh Jackson's Train and Bus Adventures, you were second. Pig and Bob, you're third, my friend, with number 19.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
Going to give you number 19 this time. 10 seconds for the Locomotive Livery Location, if you can. Does that help you? Nunny's answered the question about temporary speed restrictions. Yes, they are on the route. British Ace got a TSL on game. Excellent. Do they have AWS magnets for the warning boards, though, Nunny? That's what I want to know, because we were missing those in Riviera Line. Jackson's Trains and Bus Adventures has gone Kidderminster, Severn Valley Railway, class 4106. Yeah, Geordie 9210. So a lot of the re-signalling schemes down in my region, they're not fitting SPTs anymore. We've quite a lot of signals that don't have them. Sam Power, good evening, Richard. Is this the best route so far? Sam, depends what you want from a route, but I am really enjoying this. And I would probably say, in my opinion, yes, it is the best route I've seen for Trains in the world. It's definitely up there with the Just Trains, Blackpool branches and Preston Carlisle routes. It's very good. I think this probably takes the edge a little bit. But I'm more of a modern image guy than a kind of a BR Blue guy. So I'm probably a little bit biased in that respect. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Right, I've got to remember the brakes on the 323 are pretty decent. Smethwick Rolfe Street. 3 for the free. How's the stream just started looking like a slideshow? Loving the mural on the wall there. It's kind of the nice thing about doing the stopping service is you do get to sort of see these things. Normally you're just whizzing past and you don't get an appreciation for what it looks like. So that is one of the nice things about doing this. Very laggy. Hopefully it's going to sort itself out in a minute. I think there's some weird internet stuff going on today, so hopefully it's gonna sort itself out. Let's go and have a quick look around whilst we are stopped here loading passengers. Where's the train? There we go. Hey, David Hinchcliffe, new subscriber. Welcome. Great to have you here. Going forward, yeah, I like that mural. That's nice. Station generally looks really well modelled and stuff. Wolverhampton formed of 3 coaches. I'm definitely here for that. Rightio. Locking the doors. Let's get going. Nunny, just look back. There was an AWS magnet at the TSR, but it didn't make a sound, so still a little buggy. Yeah, that's annoying. Rightio, we've got a step banner. We are taking the route to the right. We're taking the main route because it's the higher stepped banner, so that would indicate we're taking the main route rather than the diverging route. And we are off to Smethwick Galton Bridge in 0.6 miles. Chris Sykes, I feel Dovetail Games would have been better off implementing ESRs rather than TSRs. You know about TSRs before you drive the route, and they tend to be semi-permanent depending on where they're posted. Yeah, you're quite right, of course, Chris. ESRs would have been better. TSRs, of course, published in the weekly operating notice, pre-planned. ESRs, you get the emergency speed warning board, or the Daleks. You get the 2 AWS magnets. So yeah, I agree. That's probably would have been a better shout for them. David Hinchcliffe, yeah, playing on PC. Gradient really pushing me there, not wanting to stop at all. Come on. I'm not going to use emergency. We will be on the platform, so we are going to be what we need to be. And doors on the left. Mark. Lewis Gacy for TSR, AWS magnet has no horn. Is it a wrong side failure? Yeah, generally speaking, Lewis, that would be, as Mark correctly says. However, there are some areas published in the sectional appendix that AWS magnets will not be provided for temporary speed restrictions. So I know in the London area on the southeastern routes into Charing Cross, there's no AWS magnets for speed restrictions in there. How are we doing? Lock doors, rightio. Lock both, and we're off. Samwell and Dudley, let's get this thing going. .3 miles. I am hoping that the stream is going to sort itself out. I'm attributing it to the kind of internet issues that are going on everywhere at the moment. But the route generally looks pretty smooth to me on at my end. David, I'll be playing on PS5 tomorrow, just wondering what kind of performance I can expect with several layers active. Yeah, so at the moment, David, I've got all layers active on this. The stream comes across a little bit laggy, but the game is actually pretty smooth. Really noticed the change in gradient there. And let's get some braking for Samwell and Dudley. The gradient really pushing me down. Damien Simulation, I'm going to head off. Got to get ready for work on the night shift tonight. Oh, have a good shift, Damien, and thanks very much for joining, bud. Samwell and Dudley. Of course, it has a long platform here, doesn't it? Because the pendos stop here. So yeah, it does have a bit of a long platform. Yeah, David. To be fair, they've made a really good job of this. Genuinely impressed with the route. It feels really immersive with the announcements. There's a lot of clutter and stuff about. It's just generally very good.
Platform 2 for the 1839 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton. calling at Dudley Port, Tipton, Coasley, and Wolverhampton.
It does. It looks very good indeed. Lewis Gates Tri-State banner, yeah. Right, lock doors. Let's get a flyby shot as we head out. Lee Grant, 10 out of 10 for this route. It's up there, Lee. It's definitely up there. I will, you know, my preview video, I said it's probably the best route for trains in the world. I'm going to stick with that. I think genuinely. Yeah, I think genuinely it is. There's a few bugs with the PA and stuff to iron out. You got some bugs with the arrival times, which they already know about, and they said they're going to release a patch for it. So does need a little bit of work doing on it still, but I'm hoping all aboard studios seem really committed. They've clearly put a lot of time and effort into this, so I'd like to think that they are going to, you know, go back and fix these little things in it. David Hinchcliffe saying the Pendos don't have onboard announcements. Talking of Pendos, let's drop a bit of brake in there as I am spectacularly speeding. Okay, we are good for 75 actually here, aren't we? But 0.8 miles to Dudley Port 2. Probably don't want to be doing 75. What we'll do when we get up to Wolverhampton, guys, we'll jump in a... finally doesn't keep looking like a slideshow. We'll jump into a Voyager and probably take it through to Crewe. Then we'll see where we're at. We might do an 86 or 87 run, but I might possibly save that for another day. Lee Grant, no worries. Thank you very much for joining, my friend. And we are going to be offside deal release here at Dudley. And big fistful of brake at the end there. This can be quite misleading because you've got, in real life, your stop car indicators on the left, but you're opening the doors on the right. And if you're focusing on that, the temptation is to open the doors on the left. Because you kind of, I mean, it sounds really easy, doesn't it? You know, doors on the left, doors on the right. But you kind of go into autopilot mode. And there is genuinely a risk that you open the doors on the wrong side. Martin Clough, Richard, what do you think of the future of railways will look like? Do you think automation will take over eventually? I think eventually, Martin, it will. I think it's inevitable, but I think we're probably a little way off of that at the moment, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, I've got no doubts in my mind that that will happen at some point, but I think we are a way off of it. Luke Snowball, I have arrived to cause chaos over one thing. Go on, Luke. Lewis Gates, my absolute dream is to work for LNER. A lot of hard work to do first, but if I put my mind to it, I'm sure you can get there. Absolutely, Lewis. My dream growing up was to be a train driver. I put the work in, done what I needed to do, started on the railway, on the platforms, worked my way up. Yeah, and eventually made it to where I wanted to be, and beyond where I thought I was going to be. So it's yeah, if you want to do it, then go for it, my friend. Okay, Tipton, 0.7 miles. the APT. I'm guessing you'd like to see an APT in game, Luke. I mean, should there be an APT at Crewe? I mean, I know the Heritage Centre is out the other side of the station. Somebody did point that out to me earlier on, but I'm sure, do they have an APT there? I'm sure they have an APT there. Hey, Pete, right, no worries, my friend. We got a, providing the internet doesn't give up, we got a little way to go on this stream yet. And Tipton. All stop, all stop. Unlocking the doors. We are running late as well. I'm not doing very well here. Cossley and Wolverhampton, where this train will terminate. And I am just checking something very quickly on my phone to make sure I've got my facts right about something in particular. Shouldn't be on your phone while driving. It's never good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Rightio, we are off again. Let's get this thing going. Okay, I think what we're going to do, guys, is just, because I'm aware that the lagginess is kind of setting in. Okay, I'm down on medium for all that. That's really annoying. I'm just going to whack the texture quality down to medium, just kind of see if that makes any difference. In sort of just trying to get the stream back up to an acceptable level, or close to an acceptable level. Right, let's get going and see how that that pans out. Right, we are off. APT equals advanced passenger train. Absolutely does. Sifa Bremsen. Sorry, I'm definitely saying that name wrong. How is the ETC coverage in the UK currently? Poor. We have 1 or 2 routes fitted with it, but it is being rolled out. Yeah, I think the... I think we're having a bit of a meltdown here, guys, in terms of the internet not wanting to play ball. So we're just going to give it a couple of minutes just to see if I can figure out what's going on. And we'll finish this service off. Yeah, do apologise. We've been really good on the last couple of streams for performance. So yeah, not entirely sure what's going on at the moment. It's slightly frustrating. Now's a good time to go and grab a drink. Yeah, Northern Princess Productions, we are going to be resuming in just a couple of minutes. We are just having a few technical difficulties, but we will be back in very, very soon. Okay, guys, I've just tried shutting the game down and restarting it. I did save it first, so hopefully that's going to fix all our problems and we will be up and running. Just waiting for the game to restart now. Can confirm there is no such thing as delay replay on this stream. We are resuming very, very soon. Just rebooting the game as it was starting to look like a slideshow. Problems I thought we had resolved. Okay, we are back. Fingers crossed that we are all in a good place now, and this is going to work. Come on. We just got to make it to Wolverhampton, then we can have a run in the Voyager. Rightio. Resume last played. Let's hope this is going to work. I've got a funny feeling I know what was going on. Yeah, rebooting. Driver rebooting. Turn it off and turn it back on again. If it doesn't work, turn it off and turn it back on again. It always fixes everything. The driver is currently on it to fix not just the train but the whole simulator. Hopefully it's going to settle in and we're going to be looking good. How are we doing? I think that's worse. Right, let's go with it. Let's try and get this through to Wolverhampton. Come back tomorrow, we'll do it properly. My favourite saying in every stream. I think we might be there. Right, okay. Right. We're not having team biscuits with the manager. Paying too much attention to the frame rate rather than what we're actually doing in terms of driving trains. Oh, there we go. Right. Let's get this thing into Colsley. It's not better. Oh, no. Okay, guys, it might be... Right, we're going to nurse it into Wolverhampton, and then I think it's going to be calling it a night from me. Oh, yeah, no, that's really bad. So for some reason, since I downgraded the graphics settings in Train Sim, it seems to have made it worse, which is really, really interesting. I'm not sure why it's done that, but yeah, that's odd. That's very, very odd indeed. Use F3 to get you up your Train Sim World FPS up. FPS in Train Sim World is really good. It's just something going on. I think it's internet-ish. Yeah, I think there's some internet thing going on. It's not game. I think it's just kind of internet-y type things going on. I know there's been some server outages and stuff today, but yeah, Paul Gray, I'm going to blame Amazon because the last couple of streams since I sorted all the problems out have been fantastic. So yeah, this is really annoying because, you know, release day stream, all that sort of thing. Very, very, very frustrating. But there we go. There's not really too much we can do about it. So yeah. Do you know what, guys? I think based on the fact that the stream has fallen apart, we are. I think we're going to call this one, and we're just gonna quit on it for now, and wait until Amazon sort their internet issues out. I'm blaming the Amazon internet issues. That's what I'm going on, because even just on my camera now, it's really, really laggy, and you know, it just looks terrible. So yeah, that's what we're going with. Hopefully, you can still hear me okay. I think it's YouTube as your face cam is just as bad. There you go, it's just cleared up. It's instantly cleared up. It's really, really weird and really peculiar. Okie dokie, right, we got to wrap Locomotive Location Livery up before we finish.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
We've only had a couple of rounds of this, 5 so far, but I think it was Great Western Photography actually got this right off the bat, just with that number 17 box, which was really, really good. I think it was just lucky. Right, so let's press the button.
It's time to reveal today's Locomotive Livery Location.
What is it? Where is it? Yeah, anyone who said Severn Valley Railway, Kidderminster, Class 40 BR Green, you are absolutely spot on. I thought a lot of people would kind of mistake it for the 37. I think someone did say Delta. There were a couple of 37s, but yeah, well done to everybody that got that right. Let's find the right button. Yeah, there we go, guys. It's given up once again. What can I say? The route itself is absolutely fantastic. If you do have the opportunity, do definitely go and buy it. It is a really, really solid route, and I honestly can't recommend it enough. So if you haven't already, please do hit the like button, consider subscribing. That would be absolutely awesome. I'm going to go and hang my head in shame and cry and wonder why things are not working as they should do for me. Press that button there. I fixed the end screen, though. The music now works. Anyway, guys, hope to see you in another video or stream very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. The end screen doesn't work. There we go.